Hello guys, welcome to Red Experts. My name is Sudhanshu Kapoor. Today we'll talk about the new topic is name is data deduplication. Okay, so we'll do same thing data deduplication in Server 2019. Okay, it's not a new in Server 2019. We can use in 2012 also, 16 also, 19 also. So since 2016 onwards, 2012 onwards actually, it starts. This feature is available since 2012 onwards. Okay. Now we'll talk about the data duplication. So it starts with data duplication. Optimize your drive to ensure that there is no multiple copies of same data at various locations. Like imagine that we have one file. Okay, file name is abc.txt. Okay, and that file copies in different locations. Like imagine that I can copy that file in E drive also, D drive also, F drive also. Okay, so we have three files. Three duplicate copies of the particular one file. Okay, so deduplication is used to identify that kind of things. Okay, that kind of duplicate copies in different location also, in same location also. Enabled on a volume basis. Enabled on a volume basis and installed as a role services. So it's enabled on a volume basis. Like imagine I can enable this deduplication rule or feature on the volume basis, as you can see that. If you have a D drive, E drive, F drive, okay, so we can enable this feature on volumes. Volume means drives, okay, and you need to install this deduplication services. Okay, it's not pre-installed. You need to install it with the help of rules and features. Okay, so you need to go to add roles and then you can install it. Okay, under file and storage services, we can find this option. Now remove multiple files that are exactly same and keeps one copy. Okay, so like if you have one file have multiple copies in your drive or in your volumes, so it keeps only one copy and rest all files are automatically deleted. Now talk about the components of data deduplication. Okay, so what components it provides you. So number one is optimized files. Optimized file means files which are deduplicated. Means like imagine if I have a 50 files in my one drive. Okay, and all the files are you can say that all the files data duplication is scanned or check the duplicacy. Okay, that is known as optimized files. Now next we have unoptimized files. Unoptimized file means the files which are not deduplicated or skipped over by data deduplication, like encrypt files, compressed files, system files. Like imagine we have some compressed files or system files or some encrypted files are there in my drive. So deduplication not scan these files, these encrypted compressed system files. Okay, so deduplication not works on system files, as you can say that system files or compressed files or encrypted files. Okay, so it skipped these files and rest it scanned all the files and checked the deduplicacy. Now go for chunk store, the third one. It is a hidden folder where Windows keeps the actual file. Okay, so it's a hidden folder in the operating system, server 2012, 19 or 16, whatever server you are using. Right now we are using 2019, so in 2019 there is a hidden folder. Okay, and it keeps the actual file and deduplicated pointers who points to the location, to the original location. Okay, so what this actually do? Number one, it's a hidden folder in Windows, okay, and it keeps your actual file. Like imagine there is a file named abc.txt, so it keeps that abc.txt file and it keeps their original location too. If any changes in the file, you can say that if any user changes any file, like file name or content, so it is no longer matches the other file. Okay, so if any user is there and it's changed some content in the file, so the original file is not matched with this file. Okay, so what happens? After that, then it will remove from the chunk store and pointer be replaced to actual file. Okay, so concept is that in chunk store maintain the original location of the files. Okay, if any changes in the file, okay, so what happens? Chunk store maintain that you can say that maintain the point of the actual location file and refers to the user. Okay, if any changes are there, so it removes the old actual location and maintains the new actual location with the modification of files. Now next we have requirements of data deduplication. Okay, what are the requirements to install data deduplication rule? So we need Windows 2012 or newer operating system. Okay, we're not able to install in 2008. Now NDFS data volume. So we need NTFS file system data volume. Okay, we not this deduplication not runs in FAT32. We need minimum NTFS or IFS. Now deduplication skips following files. Okay, so what deduplication is not working on the files? Which files? Number one is system files, means you're writing system files. So that's why we're not able to use this services on C drive. Deduplication, we're not able to use deduplication on C drive because C drive contains system files. Okay, encrypted files, if you have encrypted files, so deduplication not working on that also. Files whose size less than 32 KB. So if your file size less than 32 KB, so data deduplication not scan that files. Okay, and the last one we have a compressed files. So these are the following list. These are the following files which deduplication not working on them, those files. So this is what we have the theoretical part. Okay, now let's start the practical, guys. Okay, so let's start the practical, guys. So this is my server. As you can see, that's a server 2019. Okay, and I already attached 120 GB hard disk in this 20 GB hard disk. Okay, so I have a D drive. Like if I open my drive, so here you can see that I have a E drive, and it's a 10 GB. I hope it's 10 GB or 20 GB. Okay, I'll make a 10 GB E drive, as you can see that. Okay, so I have a 10 GB E drive. Okay, now in each E drive I have some folders like A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E. So we have 5 folders. Okay, in this, and we have a data. Okay, so I can enable deduplication on this particular drive because as I already told you that we are not able to enable data deduplication on C drive because it contains system files. So I enable data deduplication on E drives. So let's start the practical. So first we need to install data deduplication feature. So we'll install first. So I open Server Manager now, and I'm going to install data deduplication role. Okay, it's under file and storage services. Okay, file and storage services, and then I'll showing you the path. Once it's refresh in the Server Manager, and then click on add roles and features. Okay, and then click on next over there. Click on next again. Click on next again. So over there we have in roles, under roles. Okay, we have the option okay, so under roles we have file and storage services expanded. Over there we have file and access services expanded. Over there we have data deduplication, the third option. Data deduplication, I need to select this option and install this role. Click on add features and click on simple next. Click on next. Restart automatic required. So if I need automatic restart, so I enable it, yes, and click on install. So it's going to install data deduplication rule. Now, as you can see that the data deduplication services are installed. Okay, roles are installed. Now click on close and close this option also. Now open your drive. So I go to this PC and we have a E drive. Just right click on that. We have the option. Okay, I think over there we can see I go to manager and their volumes. Okay, in the volumes, just right click over there. It's not shows you in the my computer, it shows you over there. So you need to open first the manager and then go to file and storage services. Over there we have the volumes option, and then right click to your drive and we have the option configure data deduplication. Okay, so just click on this. Now by default, your data deduplication is disabled, so we need to enable it. So once you click on Dropbox, this we have the option general purpose for file server, VDI server, and virtual backup server. So if you go for general purposes only for drives, or you want to enable deduplication on data, so we can use general purposes file server. Okay, or if you have any VDI servers, if you have any virtual desktop infrastructure of some VDIs you have. Okay, if you want to enable on VDIs, you can enable on VDIs also. If you have a virtual backup server, if you have any backup server you want to enable on data duplication on that particular backup server, virtual backup server, so you can go for that. So right now I'm go for general purposes only. Okay, now deduplicate files older than 3 days. So it deduplicate, it checks, or it start deduplication the files who has older than 3 days only. Okay, not more than 3 days. Okay, like imagine if I have ABC file, and if I have XYZ file, if you have two files. Okay, ABC file is old, is 3 days older, and XYZ has 5 days older. Okay, so it works on 3 days older files only. Okay, so you can mention over there how much older files you want to go for data duplication. Okay, so how much older files you want to scan with the reduplication. Okay, so I want only 3 days older files only. Now custom files extension to exclude. So if you want to exclude any custom files, like I want to exclude bat files, as you can see that bat files, or I want to exclude any HTML file, or I want to exclude any you can say that any other files. Okay, so you just simple exclude those files also. Okay, fine. So I want to exclude these two files. Now I want that exclude any folders. If you want to exclude any folders, like imagine in my D drive I have some folders. I have 5 folders. I want that. I don't want to I go to E drive over there, and I don't want to scan. I don't want to use data duplication on DD folder. Okay, so I just click on, or you can go for EE folder. You can say that. Click on select. So this folder is exclude now. Okay, rest all other four folders data duplication scan those files, but he's not able to scan this folder. Okay, because we excluded. Now after that we have a set data duplication schedule, so we can set the schedule also. Okay, so in schedule also we can set, like if I need to run this data duplication background, so you can, if you want to run in the background, so you can go for enable background optimization. So it's very good in the live servers, like if you have a servers in our organization, so it's automatically run, or it's regularly run automatically in the backend of the servers. Okay, it's already run in the background. Now if you want to run monthly wise or day week wise, or you can say that monthly wise, you can go for that. Like imagine if I go for, I want to enable this, enable throughput optimization. So during the specified hours, if you want to specify the hours, okay, you can specify the hours also. Okay, fine. So it's the first time when you want to first time run the data duplication on this drive. Okay, so you can define the hours or week time. Okay, or you can define the second time also. Create a second schedule for throughout optimization. So this is the first schedule. This is the first time. This is the second time. You can go for that. Okay, so first time I wanted, okay, every day it starts first time 1:45. One means when the time starts with like this. Okay, so I wanted, okay, when it's in first time I want 9 a.m. Okay, and second time I want, you can say that second time I want after 6 p.m. So I want, okay, 7 p.m. onwards, like this. Okay, so the data deduplication runs twice now. Okay, every day. First time it starts with 9, and second it starts with 7, like this. So you can go for like this also if you want to schedule the schedule these things. Okay, now if you don't want to go for that, simply click on close, and now after that click on apply, and you can start this deduplication. As you can see that it's going to start now. It's a 0% right now. Data duplication rate is 0%. So right now there is no you can say duplicacy in my drive. If any duplicacy in the drive, so it shows you the duplicacy, that there is the duplicacy and there is the issue with the data duplicacy, like this. Okay, this is the way how we can perform data deduplication on server 2019. Okay, but that's it for the session, guys. I hope you're able to understand theory and practical both. Okay, if you have any doubt, any questions, please comment us on this video. Okay, and please like and share the video and subscribe the channel for more technical videos. Thank you for watching, guys.